So this video you just watched was from Hamza, who is a Airbnb influencer and quote unquote guru slash coach. And there were just a few things that were incorrect I wanted to point out. So before I get into it, I just want to point out that he's very knowledgeable in the Airbnb space, and I've learned a lot of stuff from him throughout the years of watching his videos and stuff. But that's why I'm very surprised that the things he said were so wrong, and he didn't know it, or like I don't understand. Because although we're talking about business credit cards, and you might think like it's not related to Airbnb, but we do Airbnb arbitrage, and that's very related. It kind of goes hand in hand because arbitrage, we're not buying a house, we're just renting it out and then renting it out on, we're subleasing it on Airbnb. So a lot of times you don't need money, you don't need your own money to invest, and we just use 0% interest business credit cards to buy furniture and supplies and whatever else you need. So most people who have been in the Airbnb space, the Airbnb arbitrage space for a long time, they understand business credit cards very well. So the first discrepancy is the Freedom Unlimited card is a 0% card. Yes, it is a 0% card, but it is not a business credit card. And I have one too. So everyone knows, you can even Google this. The Chase Freedom Unlimited is a personal card. So why is he talking about a personal card when he says 3 business credit cards? Next thing that he said that was very outrageous, I thought, was he says these credit cards have no payments or very minimal, like $10. I have no idea what he's talking about. Everyone who uses credit cards, have you ever used a credit card that you had no payments on or $10 a month? Yeah, if you don't use a credit card, yeah, there's no payments. But if you use it, it's a percentage of what you use. It's not just a set amount that's $10 a month. If your payments are $10 a month, that probably means you only use $1,000 on the card. I believe it's 1% of your balance. So if you use $10,000, your minimum payments every month is going to be $100. And I thought when I heard this that I was like mistaken, or am I going crazy, or there's things that I don't know or understand, things I don't know about. So I went and asked my friend, who is a credit card expert, a credit pro. He does business funding, credit card stacking. I asked him. So I asked him, and I sent him a video. I didn't tell him anything else, like what I thought was wrong. I just asked him to watch it and tell me what he thought was wrong. And he said the same things that I thought. Chase Freedom isn't a business credit card. That's a personal card. 100K Chase card is super cap. He said he's never seen that. I'm not gonna comment on that because I don't know what he qualified for. Maybe he just combined his limits. And then he said, dudes be capping too much online, bro. And then he also said, also, it's not $10 a month. It's 1% off your balance. So if you max it out, even in if the no interest period, you talk about hundreds of dollars, not $10. Yes. So this is really, really wrong information, and also can get people in trouble if they're going into this, getting a bunch of business credit cards, swiping 50 G's, 100 G's, or however much they're able to get, and they're only expecting $0 payments or $10 payments. That's crazy. And the worst part was, I commented and I asked him just to clarify, and he never replied. And not only did he not reply, he hid the comment. He didn't delete it. He hid it. How do I know? Because I have multiple IG accounts. I commented with this one, and then I went on my other account, and it wasn't there. So on the account that I commented under, I can still see it. But anyone else and everyone else, you won't be able to see this comment. Super shady if you ask me. He could have really just took down the video, or like in the comments or the caption, edited it and said like, "Oh, I misspoke" or whatever. Here's the updated and correct information. But no, he decided just to hide the comment. So moral of the story is, even your favorite online guru slash coach can be wrong. They can know a lot of things. They can be very knowledgeable, but not everything that comes out of their mouth is true. So always fact check, always do your own homework, always Google things, always find out for sure with evidence if what they say is true. Do not take what they say to the bank.